Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Nintendo Online. So this is a service that you pay for, and you get access to online features and games, such as Tetris 99 online play, but you also get access to a back catalogue of Nintendo NES and SNES games, and this is the NES version of the back catalogue, and it gets updated every now and again. Every month or so you get a couple of new games added to this list. So the last ones I got were the little ninja riding the frog game and that special version of Mario there. But as you can see, there's quite a few classics on here and a lot of games which I've never even heard of. But it's a mixture of imported Japanese kind of stuff, UK stuff, and American stuff. Don't know what the special editions are, not really played them. Haven't really used this service at all, so we're going to have a look at one of these games to see how the emulation stacks up. I bought my, well, I didn't buy my online Nintendo Switch account, I was given it for free. Balloon Fight is a classic. I was given it for free, and I've played a lot of Tetris 99, which is recommended, that's a great game. Pro Wrestling, I remember that from the arcade. I remember playing that on the Play Choice 10. I think tennis was on that as well. Soccer looks very functional. It's like a man showing his belly to another man who's trying to kick him in the face. Very strange. Let's play Rygar. I used to play this in the arcade quite a bit, Rygar. Superficially, this looks like Rygar. Don't think it sounds like Rygar. You've got an energy bar. That's immediately different. Some bassy sounding explosions and a very squeaky trumpet. This isn't a lot like Rygar's map layout. I'm not expecting the NES to pull off an arcade perfect version of Rygar, obviously. The main sprite looks similar though, and he sort of runs and jumps in the same sort of way. Just to stomp on enemies, that's groovy. Got some familiar bad guys to hit, including the roller into a ball worm things. Oh, going into a room. Teleported to a different mountain landscape. That's very strange. Accidentally pressed the home button there. The flight sprite flicker is emulated beautifully. And we've got a suspend menu there so we can save our game. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I like this game as much as the arcade machine, it has to be said. It seems like a bit more of a sedate, flickery mess, but you can say that about a lot of NES games, and people think they're classics. Oh, there's a door in a tree! Why wouldn't there be a door in a tree? Inside the tree is brickwork, and a man who looks like Patrick Stewart as a tramp. He's had his legs amputated. Oh, I jumped down a hole and died. Well, that's Rygar. Yeah, don't know about that one. Anyway, the emulation seems pretty damn decent. Oh, we got some screen options here. 4x3 pixel perfect CRT filter. So I guess 4x3 introduces shimmering because it stretches the pixels. Pixel perfect gives you square pixels, therefore maps nicely to a screen. Fire and Ice rings a bell. Don't know what it is. Star Soldier obviously rings a bell. Punch Out, yeah. Classic, I guess. Got two versions of Blaster Master there. One's got special written on it. They're like, I suppose they're like caravan modes for those games. Yeah, Balloon Fight. Always good fun, Balloon Fight. This is Nintendo ripping off Atari, isn't it? Is it Atari or was it Midway? I don't know. Who made Joust? It's Nintendo ripping off Joust. But it is kind of a fun game. Looks nice too. Kind of like these minimalist sprites and backgrounds. Decent sound effects. Quite like the chirpy chip tunes. Yeah, I always enjoyed this game. This is kind of cool. More than Joust, it has to be said. Never really got on with Joust. I think think the visuals appeal to me more in this one than Joust. I'm not saying Joust is bad, I'm just saying I prefer this. So yeah, it's mildly diverting. So if you stump up for the Nintendo Switch Online account just to play online games, at least you get access to these, and they're mildly diverting. I never really had much to do with the NES when it first came out in the 80s, and I mean they always had them in boots that you could play, but it never really struck me as something I wanted to buy. Don't know why. Maybe because the games always looked a bit bleak. Colour palettes were always a little bit dour, a bit like the Commodore 64. Didn't like that so much. Anyway, here's the Super Nintendo version of the same service. Have a quick flick through the settings. It's got the same settings: Pixel Perfect CRT 4x3, and we've got some Stone Cold classics on it here. So Bomboozle's just been added, and Claymates has just been added in the last month or so, and Jelly Boy. Jelly Boy is a strange game. Bomboozle's not really very much fun, and neither is Claymates. So the last 3 or 4 games I've added to this have been a bit stinky, to be fair, and there are some classics on here, but there's also, because I'm more familiar with the SNES library, some absolute stinkers. Again, we've got a mix of Super Famicom and Super Nintendo games. Got the PAL version of Demon's Crest, that's interesting. Zelda Link to the Past is awesome. Earth Defense Force is a passable shooter. Stunt Race FX is a wobbly polygon game. Super Soccer was never much fun. Super Tennis is well thought of, but I don't like tennis games too much. Let's play Super Mario Kart. Ooh, okay. Square, we've got square pixels on, so it's a square game. We haven't played this game before. Let's go straight to 100cc. And pick the monkey in the muscle top. He's my favourite in this game. Bowser's quite good as well, but I do like the old muscle top monkey. And, see if I can remember the speed start. No, I can't. That is unfortunate, as they all drive into the distance. So Mario Kart is the original. It's probably overall my favourite version of the game. It's just it's more skill based. Although the enemies are cheap in the single player mode, they do tend to lob things straight at your head, and they jump over your weapons that you deposit on the track with nary a thought to picking up a feather. But I do like the tactile nature of the controls. It's also got that kind of cool retro Mode 7 thing going on, which is, you know, it is a bit of a pixely mess in the distance, but back in the day it blew young minds. So I hit a mushroom and it reduced me in size. I always thought they were muffins when I was a kid, like playing this for the first time. I didn't really have a lot to do with Mario back in the day, before the Super Nintendo, so I didn't know the mushroom lore. But, shrinking mushroom lore just rolled into a fireball. Oh man, they're all going past me now. That's ridiculous. What a bunch of bastards. Anyway, Mario Kart is a cool game. And what are we doing here? We are resetting the game, going back to the game selection screen. Let's pick a different game. We're going to pick Stunt Race FX. I can't say it, I'm partially drunk. And never given this game much time. It's always visually been unappealing to me in terms of those car designs and slightly wobbly graphics. We got to put your name in before you even start. So that's cars with eyes in their lights, which is something Pixar said could not be done, and Nintendo said, "Screw you, Pixar," and they put eyeballs in their cars' headlights. This is jerky in comparison to Mario Kart, and runs in a window about a third of the size. Got some textured polygons here, or zoomy sprites. We've got a subdued but wacky tune playing over the headphones. The frame rate is literally about 5 frames a second. I don't know if that's representative of the actual game on real hardware. I assume it is. I might buy the game and play it on actual hardware because it's a very cheap game, just to see. Because I'm curious about whether this performance is better or worse than the real thing. But this feels very sluggish when you just played Mario Kart. And we've got a fair bit of pop in here as well. It actually doesn't play too bad when you get used to the handling. It's a bit woolly, a bit all over the place. I don't like these cars that are deforming and looking at me with their soulless, crazed eyes. Disembodied wheels flying everywhere. The music is pretty jaunty. Okay, well, there's loads of games to play, and it costs you, if you're to buy the Nintendo Online service for a year, about 30 quid. It's not really worth it. Like I said, I got mine free, and I've only really used it for uploading scores on VR virtual racing, sorry, and playing Tetris 99, which is admittedly a stone cold classic game. And you get these as an aside. You get access to a variety of old games, some of which are great, some of which are a bit crappy. And I think this game in particular straddles that line. So yeah, that's Nintendo Online Services. Just thought I'd give you a look at some of the games on there, and you'll decide for yourself whether it's worth the money to you. Tetris 99 is very good though. Alright then, ta-ra.